Ever thought about adversity in life as an earthquake? And more specifically, what an earthquake does to a building? More about this interesting analogy right after the intro. Welcome to Analogies. Are you ready to explore? I'm the Freedom Explorer. You can think of me as that part of you who likes to see things from here, from there, from any angle. And when you get in touch with that curious, adventurous part of you, I present you the analogy of the day. Adversity in life as an earthquake, and more specifically, what it does to a building, to a pretty big building. Let's dive right in. Think about a building, maybe even a skyscraper. Yeah, a very tall building. But now, let's go back in time and think about it when it was born. Yeah, when the building was born. Think about it. There's just the ground. Yeah, no building yet. Then you need to drill inside the ground, right? To lay out the foundations. Think about it. You create a large hole inside the ground and you start to lay out the foundations. Then you imagine putting the foundations and then building store after store, floor after floor, putting the concrete, putting the metal, putting the armed walls. Nothing looks fancy, right? You just see most of it as the concrete and just the skeleton. Yeah, that's the skeleton of the building. This is what you see. No fancy stuff yet, right? Can you see? This is the construction site. It takes years. It might take years. But then after all the stores are there, just then they start with the exterior stuff, yeah? They start to paint it. Also from the inside, also from the outside. Yes, and after that, when everything is ready, then they go inside the apartments, within, and they put the extra stuff, right? They put the curtains and they paint the walls inside, right? And they pick the colors and all the fancy stuff, all the nice stuff, and they put some plants. Do you see it? This is your building. This is the building that you have right now in your imagination. Now, a few years goes by, and then, remember the analogy, there's an earthquake. There's an earthquake. What does it do? Think about it. Things might break, things might fall, but the building is pretty strong. What makes it so strong? Is it the fancy stuff? Is it the colors on the walls? Are these the plants inside? Are these the lamps? Are these the curtains? Probably not, right? These are the foundations. This is the foundation. This is the concrete. This is the armed walls. Them being strong. That's what keeps the building strong, facing an earthquake. Think about it. Now, think about this earthquake. Think about this earthquake as an adversity in your life. Yes, an adversity in your life. Some challenging thing that happens, maybe even right now in your life. Some pressure, some period of pressure in your life. It can be losing that job. It can be going through some very tough times in your life, adversity. It might really feel like an earthquake. Now think about this analogy. Your adversity in life as an earthquake, as the building, your life as the building, and the earthquake as your adversity. Can you see that? Can you feel that? Now think about the things in your life that keeps you there confident, keeps you there strong, even though you're going through these challenging moments. Is that the curtains in the building? Is that all the exterior stuff? Or is it your self-confidence? Is it your foundations? Think about this analogy. You have this adversity in your life. It's just the earthquake of the building, the earthquake that happens to the building. What will make the building stay strong? It's the foundations, right? It's the concrete. It's not all the exterior stuff. Now think about your life and your adversity. What will make you stay strong in face of these challenging moments? This is your confidence. These are your foundations. This is the concrete in your life. What is it? Maybe it's the family connections that you have, people that really support you. But probably not all the exterior stuff, right? Maybe not all the fancy stuff. Maybe not all the materialistic stuff that we have that might make us feel good. But in the moment of truth, in the moment of adversity, they don't really matter, right? The foundation, think about the foundations in your life as your health. Because when you pressured in these challenging moments, your health is super important. You might need to stay awake nights, day and nights. What can help you push through these adversity? Your health, your ability to persevere, your ability to push. These are the foundations. It's also the skills, the hard skills that you have. Your ability for communication. Think about the foundations. These are not the exterior stuff. This is not the color of the walls. This is not the curtains. This is the concrete. This is the foundation. This is what makes this analogy so empowering. Also, when we don't have this adversity, but we want to be ready for these tough times, this analogy pushes us, reminds us to work on our foundations rather than on the exterior stuff. To be worried about the concrete and then foundations. The thing that we don't see, right? You don't see the concrete, right? When you look at the building, the tall, tough building, strong building, you don't see the concrete. You don't see the foundations. But these are the things that will keep it strong in face of an earthquake, isn't it? Now think about your life, even when you're not in that challenging moments, but you want to be prepared. This analogy pushes us to remember, reminds us to work on our foundations, our confidence, our skills, our communication skills, our contacts, our communication with our family, the things that will get us be strong, make us strong in the moments of truth, in the moments of adversity. And it reminds us, this analogy reminds us not to be worried too much about the colors of the curtains, the color of the walls, the plants in the apartment, all the exterior stuff. Because in the real moments of challenge, they won't matter too much. They will break pretty easily. But the foundations, our foundations, will keep us there, will keep us strong through these adversities, through these challenges. This is what makes this analogy so empowering. So if you have more insights, more ideas, how to make this analogy even more empowering, share them below. If you have other ideas about other empowering analogies you want us to explore in this episode of Analogies, make sure to comment below so we can explore them in the next episode of Analogies. aka the empowering analogies. So see you in the next episode.